I now turn to Gil Hoffman, the Jerusalem Post political analyst, for a conversation with member of Knesset Ayelet Shaked, Israel's former Minister of Justice and member of the Yamina party.
Ayelet Shaked, thank you for being with us. How would you grade the government's handling of the coronavirus?
I think the government is doing many mistakes, actually. We see the virus spreading all over Israel, and many people don't have jobs. I think that the government should open up again the hotels for people who got sick in the virus, because right now they are sitting in their homes with their family, and all the family is getting infected. The government didn't take care of cutting the chain of infection. I think the government had to use the Shin Bet application, although it's not popular, or although people think it's hurt democracy. I can, tell you that it doesn't hurt democracy, and I prefer that the Shabak will trace the coronavirus, the people who are sick in coronavirus, and not private companies. And the fact that the government didn't do it so far actually is one of the reasons that the virus is spreading. Also, there is not enough testing. Naftali Bennett, as Minister of Defense, shouted many times against the Ministry of Health that they need to increase the amount of testing. And they didn't reach, the barrier that they should. They should have, today been like in 50,000 tests. They are only in 17,000. They should do more and more tests in order to isolate the people who get the virus. And this is why the virus is spreading. And this is why I now heard in the news that the government consider to put restriction on the economy. It's a huge mistake. I think the government should open up the economy, the whole economy, and focus in increasing the test and in isolating the sick people.
Ayelet, let's shift to the diplomatic issue. As we sit here, we're still waiting for the final version of U.S. President Donald Trump's Middle East peace plan. But from what we know of it so far, how is the government handling this issue of applying sovereignty to Judea and Samaria?
Actually, we don't know. No one knows what the plan of the Prime Minister Netanyahu will be. I can tell you that I'm hearing voices. Today, I heard also last week that Netanyahu gave up on applying the sovereignty in the Jordan Valley. And this is something that I hope is wrong, and I hope that the rumor is not true. We are against Palestinian state. Trump plans, as it is a plan to establish a Palestinian state. But we know that the President Trump is a true friend of Israel. Is one really of the best presidents that we ever had in Israel, that ever had in the White House for Israel. So in my mind, in my view, I think that the Prime Minister should take this opportunity to apply Israeli sovereignty on Judea and Samaria. If the administration is willing to do it on 30% of the territory, we should do it on 30% of the territory. But of course, without establishing a Palestinian state. We, in Yamina, oppose the Palestinian state. We think it's a dangerous thing for Israel. And we also oppose to endangering or to freezing the Jewish communities in Judea and Samaria. So if the step will be to apply Israeli sovereignty, we will support, of course, from the opposition. I hope that the plan will not be to recognize a Palestinian state, because we are against it, and I hope that the rumor that I hear is not true, and that we will take this opportunity, the Prime Minister will take this opportunity, and will apply Israeli sovereignty also on the Jordan Valley.
Ayelet, and if Netanyahu does end up expressing support for a Palestinian state and taking steps to implement it, is his future on the right in jeopardy?
Look, first of all, in the past, in 2009, he had the Bar Ilan speech in which he recognized a Palestinian state. in the government of 2013, he and Tzipi Livni were negotiate with Saib Arikat and Abu Mazen to establish a Palestinian state based on Clinton plan. So Benjamin Netanyahu always support a Palestinian state, but he support a state without an army and with a smaller border, with a smaller area. If he do steps on the ground to promote a Palestinian state, then I'm sure he will lost the right support. But if it's only talking, he can handle it.
Last question. You are now in the opposition. You're not used to being in the opposition.
Yeah.
You seem to be having fun with it. How long do you think you're going to remain an opposition member of parliament?
We don't know. Listen, the current government is a bad government. You know, there are two prime ministers. One actually stopped the other from promoting things. They are handling bad the economy. There are almost 1 million people without a job. There's 20% unemployment. If you ask me, of course, we want to push for election and to change the government. But in the Israeli politics, you can never know. Right now, we're doing our job in the opposition.
That's absolutely right. In Israeli politics, you never know.
Yeah.
Ayelet, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.